Hey guys, in this video I am going to show you how to fix premature ejaculation naturally. No pills, no surgeries, no whatever else you would need, just exercise and breathing. You do not need any yoga experience or flexibility to do this. I'm going to show you modifications to make it applicable to most guys. We're going to start off on the ground with a bridge exercise. So you're going to lay down on your back. If you have a yoga block, cool. If you don't have one, totally fine. You're going to bring your feet in toward your butt. You're going to press your feet into the ground, press your hips into the air. And first, we want to focus on stretching through your abdominal area. All right? So the knees press forward, lightly squeeze your glutes, lightly being the key term here. And then think about lengthening through your lower abdominal area here. If you have a block, this can be helpful because it allows you to relax more. So the block will go just above your sacrum on your lower back, if that works. If you don't have a block, again, not necessary. You could also turn it up to a higher setting if you have more advanced flexibility. And our goal here is to start to build awareness through your pelvic floor area. Your pelvic floor, aka the gooch, the taint, the muscle between your testicles and your anus. That's what we're targeting here. So if you can think about building awareness through that area as we stretch your abs, that's the goal of this exercise. Now again, if you don't have the block, that's okay. You're going to feel a bit more tension through your hips as you do this, but you still should be able to practice releasing tension through that pelvic floor and through the abs. This is a good one to hold for about a minute. We don't want this to feel too intense. As it starts to feel intense, that's okay. Just remember to keep your breathing slow. Even if it gets a little hard, you can still maintain control of your breathing, and this is a great way to practice that. I like using my elbows kind of into the ground like this. This allows me to put more of the weight into my upper back, into my shoulders, and so my hips don't have to work as hard. Make sure you're breathing controlled, slowly, in and out of the nose. And again, practicing that awareness through your lower abdominal area and through the pelvic floor, right through that gooch taint area. Go ahead and exhale, release down all the way. And then from here, we're going to go into our next exercise, a butterfly. So butterfly can be difficult if you have lower flexibility levels. So if you can bring your feet together like so, grab your feet like you see me doing here, grabbing the outsides of the feet and then allowing the knees to relax down. If you notice that your lower back kind of pokes out like this and you really round forward, it's really helpful here to get a wall. So if you have a wall or something that you can lean against, scoot over to that wall and then allow your back to relax against that wall. And this is going to provide for a much more relaxed experience. And you do need to be relaxed in order for this to work. If you don't have a wall, one more option here. You can either sit on a block, or if you are at home and you have some cushions nearby, you can sit on a stack of cushions. The goal here is to feel stretch through your inner thighs, and you can use any of the variations that I've shown so far to do that. So there are ways to do butterfly or cobbler stretch in a way that really focused on core strength, that focused on posture. For our purposes, we want to focus on releasing tension through the inner thighs, right? So don't worry so much about how upright you are or if your back is perfect. Worry more about getting a stretch through the inner thighs. So to do that, the knees will squeeze down toward the ground. You're going to slow down your breathing. As you exhale, think about releasing tension through the inner thighs. Slow, controlled breathing in and out of your nose. And as you're inhaling, think about filling up through your pelvic floor area. Again, through that area that we know as the gooch or the taint. Think about breathing into that space, to making your hips bigger, to making your lower back, your lower abdominal area. Expanding that area. And then as you exhale, feeling that area shrink and hopefully a little release of tension or going deeper into the stretch with that exhale. We're going to be here for another 3 breaths. If it feels like we're holding the poses for a long time, that's because we are, or the stretches for a long time, that's because we are. We want to hold these stretches for at least 60 seconds and maybe even longer, maybe 90 seconds or 120 seconds. That's going to give our muscles time to open up. That's going to give you time to practice that slow, controlled breathing. And if you are a guy who's older, say 40s, 50s, 60s, you guys need more time for muscles to open up. We're not 20 anymore, right? You've got to take more time to stretch. So your muscles take more time to relax and lengthen. So these longer hold times are important for that reason as well. Hey guys, if you're interested in more sexual wellness content, I've got a free 7-day sexual wellness challenge. You can sign up for that. Link in the description below when this is finished. All right, go ahead and release. From here, we're going to go into a supported cobra. And we're going to do this in a way that focuses on stretching your abs. So if you've done cobra with me before, cool. I'm going to show you how to do it a little bit differently though. So go ahead and lie down on your chest. And I want you to start by seeing if you can kind of lengthen your abs, right? So see if you can press the area just in front of your pubic bone, that bone above your testicles. See if you can push that bone into the ground and then pull your belly button and your ribs further away from it. So as you do that, right, so push down and then pull the abs forward and up. You're trying to make your abs longer here, all right? So we're trying to get a stretch through our abs. Plant your forearms like you see me doing here, and then use your, kind of dig your forearms into the ground and then pull your body forward and up. And the emphasis here, it doesn't matter how deep of a bend you get with your lower back. It's probably going to feel uncomfortable if you go up really high here. The emphasis is on that stretch through the abs. So again, forearms, elbows pressed down, and then use your elbows to kind of pull your body through, or pull your torso through your arms and get that stretch through the abs. Breathe in and out of your nose. As you inhale, expand through your abs. As you exhale, deeper stretch. We're going to do 3 more breaths here. And if you've noticed, this is a bit different from some of the cobras. If you've done cobra with me in the past, right, cobra is usually really intense for the hips and the thighs. In this variation, we're actually relaxing the hips and the thighs. And we're also trying to be aware of the pelvic floor as we breathe, right? So we want to build awareness through the pelvic floor as you're doing these exercises. The more awareness that you can build, the easier it will be for you to release tension there. Do 1 more breath here. All right. And then go ahead and release. From here, we are going to go into a frog. Now, frog can be really challenging, so I'm going to show you an easier version, then I'm going to show you a harder variation or more difficult variation. So if you have a yoga mat, great. Make sure you just have some sort of a little bit of padding, right? So yoga mat or a carpet. From here, you're going to start flying flat on your chest. Move to your right side of the mat. From here, you're going to bring your left knee up level with the hip, like you see me doing here, and then move your body toward the right as much as you need to so that you can get a stretch through that inner left thigh. From here, you can relax your head down on the ground like so. And just depending on flexibility here, maybe you're a little bit higher up to make this easier, or you can go flat down on the ground if you want to make this more intense. Now, if this is too easy, if you don't feel much of a stretch here, this is one leg frog. The next variation is the full frog. So for full frog, if you have a yoga mat, it's helpful to do this by rolling the mat in from the side like this, or if you have knee pads, this is the other cool way to do it. Leo, knee pad me. We're going to put knee pads on either side like this. If you don't have knee pads, that's cool, but you can also roll the mat in from the sides like you saw me doing. That also works. And then you're going to rest the insides of your knees on the mat like this. And then you're going to have your friend come jump on your back. No, please don't do that. That will feel absolutely terrible. Then from here, you're going to shift your hips back just as much as flexibility allows. And it doesn't have to be that far. This is a really challenging pose for most guys. And then from here, slowly releasing your forearms toward the ground. bringing your butt back just as much as you can without too much discomfort. I say too much discomfort because this is a challenging stretch. It can feel really intense. So again, if this is your first time, you don't have to set any flexibility records here. Just try to get that stretch to the inner thigh. And now that I've talked you through this sufficiently, we're going to really focus on slowing down your breathing. And again, if this does feel really intense, slowing down your breathing, being aware of your breath, being aware of the body, that's what's going to help your body acclimate to this. So it might feel really intense right now. If you take a few deep breaths, if you focus on that awareness through your inner thighs, this will feel a little more relaxing in a few breaths. So you can kind of feel here, but we're stretching your inner thighs. You can kind of feel it. You can definitely feel it. But we are stretching the muscles that are directly connected to this pelvic floor area, right? So your inner thighs plug in to your pelvis, your pelvic floor, right there with the pelvis. So this is just a good example of a lot of the stretches, or all of the stretches that we've done. We are basically trying to get you to release tension in the muscles that are connected to the pelvic floor. And we're also trying to slow down your breathing, because one part of premature ejaculation, one part of lasting not as long as you want to, is just too much stress. And breathing, practicing your breathing, slowing down your breathing, is probably the best physical activity that you can do for releasing stress. And the cool thing about this is the more that you practice this stuff on the mat, or even if you're not on a mat, even if you don't call it yoga, however much you practice these stretches, the slow controlled breathing, the more it's going to translate off of the exercise and into the rest of your life. Hopefully it translates, into the bedroom, but it'll also translate into decreased stress at work or relationships or at home. So the more that you can practice, the better. And if you want a good barometer of how often to do for results, 3 times per week, 10 minutes per session, or about 30 minutes total per week, is a great way to start. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, play this routine or something like it. And within a month, you should notice results. You should notice that you're a bit calmer. You'll be able to practice this breathing in sexual activity, and you should be lasting longer. All right. This is a pose that you can practice for, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. We've probably already done about 2.5 minutes here. So to get out of it, because this is important. You don't want to just quickly get out of this. That might hurt. Crawl your hands back in to your body like this. Lean forward. Bring your heels in toward one another at a time. And then from here, lift up one knee, bring it in, and I like kind of just edging them back toward one another, walking in. And then relax here for a few seconds. Don't try and stand up yet. Just give your body some time to adjust. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this routine. Subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. If you want more of these videos, check them out. I've got a few here on the YouTube channel specifically for premature ejaculation, lasting longer in bed. We also have an entire sexual wellness series for common men's wellness issues. So check all those out. If you want to check out the second workout from the premature ejaculation series I just did, click over here and give it a shot. Thanks, guys, for being here. See you on the next video.